have this sign?
Okay. I have this sign because the college Republicans irritated me. And the reason they irritated me is they invited a very unkind person to come into public space. They didn't just invite, they paid and supported.
Okay.
Somebody who's very unkind.
Why is he unkind? Can you give me some
That's
examples?
a separate issue.
Well, but you're accusing of me of unkind. I just want to understand.
He's unkind because he attacks the most defenseless among us.
How does he attack them?
He picks people out of the audience and abuses them.
How does he abuse them? How does he abuse them?
That's a separate issue.
No, actually, I'm very aware of the issue. That's why I'm asking.
No, this is all.
He is gay, and he tells people to go back into the closet.
But not only that.
But do you know why he's saying it?
No, Christ himself doesn't know why. But that's not my issue.
Well, but if
he's here in it for the attention.
Yeah,
that's
but
why it says it.
have you ever tried to understand his position?
I know. I just know that he's unkind. I know.
But see, that's outrage.
No, and I don't know if we want to engage.
I know.
What's the point behind
The point
this?
is engagement. That's the point.
No, but that's not what I'm hearing from you. I'm hearing leading questions.
Well,
I want to know where you're coming from.
Where I'm coming from is I think you're not listening. That's my point of view.
Okay.
Is that the conversation is? I want to know if you can have a conversation, a civilized conversation.
Yes. And the answer is, you asked me, and I said I know that he's unkind because of what he has done to audience members, aside from the misogyny of his bigger message.
Okay. Those are just labels. So I
no. I know.
You're not interested in equal conversation. It's clear by the questions you're asking.
Okay, why am I not?
No, that's not what. No,
sir.
You're not open to listening to this guy. You can have a conversation.
I'm listening.
All I'm saying is that I have just violated one of the things I don't really believe in.
What's that?
Which is telling you anecdotal happenings that caused me. I have not done a statistical study to see what percentage of his statements are misogynistic. I have not done that.
Right.
But I have a reason.
Well, and we do. We have to act upon our emotions. We have to, and then decide what's real.
This is not my emotion. I have a reason.
Well,
he was unkind.
But you're saying misogynist based on your emotion, though, right?
No.
But wouldn't you say that?
No. We're social animals. We're inclusive, not Milo.
Well,
we came
you can go in there and ask him.
Do you feel like he's right, though?
We came.
What's that?
Do you feel like this man is right in what he says?
I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. His primary objective is to point out conversation.
About what?
About
any subject.
Well, what's the use of
So when he does talk
what is the usefulness of it?
Yes.
The usefulness of it is you have to engage on people's, you have intellectual and you have emotional levels, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get past the emotion. And let's just talk intellectually. Let's say someone has an argument.
There's nothing intellectual about it.
Yeah, but you have to give me examples because I can help you.
Stop trying to separate. I mean, this stuff is emotional.
Of course it is.
All political opinions are based on emotions, so this is a false dichotomy of like, well, give me facts. I don't need to give you facts on why some of this stuff is horrible to say and inflammatory.
But there's a reason why we need to say it.
Yeah, but I can't give you facts about my opinion, about my emotions, right?
Well, you can say these are my feelings, these are my impressions, but those are your feelings. They're not rational.
But then you discount them because, no facts.
No, I'm not discounting them. I'm just saying they're separate.
They are, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter.
It matters. What are we concerned about consequences?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the consequences of your emotions are hurting people, would you say that's a problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, no. I'm not going to get into this bait conversation that you're
I'm
doing
asking
because it's not. This is not a debate here. You're asking questions to get certain answers, and I'm just not interested.
How do you know that?
No.
I mean, what are you basing that on?
By your questions.
My question is try to engage you in a conversation.
Right, but this is not a conversation.
Why isn't it?
Because you're just asking me questions.
Okay, you ask me a question.
I'm not interested.
Well,
and
then,
actually, you know what you want me to say, and I'm going to say, I'm not interested in having a conversation with you. I'm not interested in having a conversation about why this guy's...
that's our problem.
No, it's not. You don't
that's
have
my
a
problem.
Conversation about racism and misogyny and homophobia.
You need to have the conversation.
Why?
No,
you don't. Because
why?
Some racist things that he said.
I'm not getting involved.
Well, I'm just asking you a question.
You can't win with these guys.
No, you have all.
What are you trying to win?
We have everything. You can figure that out and find it by yourself.
We have looked. That's why we're here.
Well, specifically, what are the racist quotes that you said?
Yeah.
This is not. I'm not.
You don't.
Okay.
Because damage. What is the damage that's being caused by what he's saying? And saying that people can't talk about their emotions.
You're
would be
saying
the
it's
same.
not damaging anyone by what he says. Is that what you're saying?
That's a trick question, but I'll answer it.
No.
I'll answer it. I'll answer
the question.
Yes, it can be damaging.
All right, then. Why are you over here?
Because because of tolerance, we have to learn to be tolerant.
No, there's no. You don't have to be tolerant of intolerance. That's it.
Well, that would be our argument too. You're just, what I'm saying is, yes, people are triggered by things that the thing you said.
That's how I know you're full of shit, because you just said triggered.
What's wrong with triggered? We all have emotional triggers.
Pull out. What are you gonna call like somebody a snowflake next? You got your like alt-right.
No, I'm saying, hey, I get triggered. I'm willing to own that. It's about owning your own emotions. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so I'm angry. Fine.
Okay, that's fine. So, okay, he ran away. Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, you want to be interviewed?
Why not?
Why are you here?
I'm just here to check out the action. I don't know. I don't particularly like Milo.
I don't know what side he's on.
I'm not
sure he was on our side, and then he started joining.
Why are sides mandatory?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, why should we pick a side?
Sides are not mandatory.
Why?
No.
Why should you? Why do you want to hate somebody? I mean,
I
what?
don't want to. I don't hate
Okay.
anyone.
Oh, good.
I just take favor to one other
Right.
more than the other.
Well, I mean,
you're a Trump fan.
Like, he wants to
I'm
voted for
nobody's
Trump?
fan. Did I vote? No, I didn't vote.
Why not?
Because I didn't have a choice in the election. There's nothing I could vote for, so I simply didn't vote.
There's nothing you can vote for.
Well, in my particular district, I had nothing that I had any strong feelings about it, and I'd rather give my vote to the people that had strong feelings than vote for the people. I didn't have a strong feeling. So if I vote for something I didn't feel strongly about, then I'm just randomly picking somebody. I'd rather pick someone I feel strongly about.
I'm saying that's
Yeah, I mean, I would.
I see that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not attending.
And if there was something I felt passionately about, I would vote for that. But I didn't feel that way.
That's a respectable position.
Well, thank you. I just the way I felt. So who did you vote for?
Zero voter.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
what do you think about how Milo put the transgender person's face and name on the big screen in my hometown, actually, in Milwaukee? That's where I'm from.
Now, are you the teacher?
And he just did it just to make fun of her, basically. He didn't put forth any points, really. He just made fun of her. Like
part of it is most of his message is emotional, is to have people calm down about if someone says something really outrageous. So he's kind of a lightning rod for emotional issues.
I mean, do you think that that's cool that he did that? Like, because
I don't think it's not cool. Him doing it, he knows what he's doing. Someone else doing it, they may do it for malicious reasons. He's not doing it for malicious reasons directly.
It seemed
that would be
from where I'm standing, it kind of seemed like it was malicious.
So, well, I would probably have to know more to know if it was malicious. I mean, potentially it can be malicious, but the point is we shouldn't get offended if someone's telling the truth, whether we don't like the way they're saying it or not. If it's their honest opinion, if they're doing it just to troll, then I would say that's probably not cool. But there has to be a longer conversation in anything someone does.
I'd say that...
I don't think anything that goes against people's human rights needs to have a longer conversation than that. That's a simple right that everybody should have access to.
Let's define what human rights are.
Human rights is everybody should have access to rights and that God-given rights. For me to sit here and tell you to try to take away from me as a black person, for you to tell me that I shouldn't have the same access as you other people,
you're
a white supremacist, sir, and there's no way around that.
Why are you calling me a white supremacist?
Why am I calling you a white supremacist? Because anybody that supports Milo right here, you're not speaking out against it. Having silence isn't enough of an action.
So
you have the privilege to not have to say anything. But I, as a oppressed woman, black woman, Muslim woman, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you because let me tell you, I'm tired of this. This is not the first time I've been in a power position.
What is it doing? What is a peaceful?
A man that's hateful against everyone,
He's not hateful. You don't understand his arguments.
That's
That doesn't mean
your
he's
point.
hateful.
You're a white privileged
Have you
male.
listened to all the stuff that he
Yes.
said about people?
Sir.
So, okay, it doesn't affect you maybe personally because you don't follow in those
He
lines.
says things about fat people. I'm a fat person.
Are you serious?
You get the
Are you serious right now?
Not? Do I get the
Well-
choice to be black?
No. You just violent. I'm sorry. Did you just say because against fat people?
No one gets to choose their race. Do they get?
Exactly. No
Did
one
I
gets
get to choose my
Why
race?
are people coming at me because of the color of my skin?
Am I coming at you because of the
You're
color
not
of your
coming at me,
skin?
but you're in support of a man that's coming at me. So
They're
because
not coming after you.
you're not coming after me, but you're in. He said that he's fat because Milo said something about fat people. Therefore, he's oppressed. Excuse me, sir.
Are you done?
I don't think he said oppressed.
Are you
but-
done? Are
What
you
do you
tired
mean?
of this yet? I don't think any.
I actually have conversation.
You actually you haven't even said anything though. Like what are some of the?
Hey, are you just out here taking it?
No, I'm not. How's it going? So like what are some of the things that you want somebody to get?
Are you trying to block me? Is that your game? Is that the game you play? Is you block people to have access because you? So it's a game of blocking. All right.
That's not funny.
It is funny. Thank you for appreciating it.
I'm gonna get over there. Let's see.